Course Workouts here for Slap News, and today we have Anthony Blackburn joining us here in the strike zone to recap his match that he had during the rehearsal pre-Power Slap number 1. Let's bring him in here. If you like the content on this channel, please do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button. We are putting out original content every single day, and we want to make sure you are up to date on everything in the slap fighting world. And if you like this this segment, you want to let Anthony know anything about his fight, comment below. We appreciate it. And let's make it rock and roll. Anthony, what's up? You got some new ink?
No, not yet. I'm going too soon, though.
Yeah? Awesome. Are you going to get your nickname? Or are you going to get slap across your hand or something cool?
No, I'm going to get touch-ups on and just get some dibs on my fingers, I think. Mine are looking pretty rough.
Okay. Was it a surprise for you that your match was coming, or did you know in advance that it was gonna take place?
It was a surprise. They dropped the trailer the night before. I was like, "Oh, sweet, it's coming tomorrow." That was pretty cool.
Yeah. Were you anticipating a big flood of messages to your inbox and people reaching out to you?
It was a lot of friends and family. It was a lot yesterday. My phone was blowing up all day.
Nice, man. Nice. I appreciate you joining us here. Love doing this segment. Love breaking it down, getting in the psyche of the fighter to really understand what it's like to get up there. So we've got the tail of the tape up. I'm sure you can see it, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. I'm sure you watched it back probably a number of times. You probably broke it down. So let's get into it. I mean, tail of the tape, you're 4 years older. To me, that's irrelevant. Height being neutral here, really not a factor. You've got a little bit of a weight advantage here, but however, both you guys aren't at the cap, so nothing really much there. And I mean, he's got a reach advantage of 2 inches. Debatable on technique and stuff like that with whether, and it's still unsure, where reach advantage is going to play into the grand scheme of things. So we don't have your testing metrics. Did you actually test for your human strength and stuff like that?
We didn't get to combine just because I think everyone was stuck doing medicals because they were, they implemented a new test right as soon as we got there. So everybody had to go through that. I just think it was a really busy week because they had Power Slap 1 going and a UFC event Saturday. So it was crazy.
Yeah. So you are the favorite here at minus 365. Did you know that you were the favorite going into the match?
Yeah, I heard it. I heard the announcement on. I didn't see, I wasn't looking at the board. I was trying to lock eyes with Jimmy the whole time because, and you can see it from the tail of the tape. We were pretty much the same guy. And, we hung out all week. So it was really cool to get up there. And I was just super focused, 100% intensity.
Yeah. I mean, coming out, you're screaming, you're in your zone, you're ready to rock and roll here. I tell you, seeing you up here was different than, the first time that I was able to interact with you. So great to see that. And I know Jimmy's from kind of the same part of the world as you, or, like New York, kind of Michigan area. You're staring across at him right now. Is he looking back at you? Are you sensing fear? What's going through your mind?
He was looking around and he was, taking it all in, and I was just focused on him the whole time. I wasn't really paying attention to nothing else.
Yeah. Was there a sense of mutual respect going into the match, or was there just that dog coming out of you right now that you were just ready to kill?
It was definitely mutual respect, and I knew because I told him to bring it in the weigh-in, so I was ready and I watched him practice all week too. That was the thing. He hits, and you can ask any of the other fighters, I'm sure they'll agree. He hits really, really hard, even in practice. He was ripping that mob up, so I knew as soon as I had to fight him, I was taking a good shot.
Yeah. I mean, he obviously, with a bit of a reach advantage, I mean, he seems to get a lot of whip and torque on his slap, to be honest with you. Just kind of watching it back. Yeah.
He sent me a video and stuff a couple days ago, actually. He said, this is where I got my inspiration. And it's this Jack Dempsey YouTube video of the boxer, the old boxer. He knocked the fuck out of people. So, and the elastic arm is what he sent me too, because you can see it. He really rips me up. The torque on his arm it goes all the way back, right? And and then he's coming through with everything, but his elbow's locked out, so he's got maximum, torque rate. Boom.
There we go. How'd that feel? Do you remember this at all?
That's when it was for me, but I mean, you can obviously see I'm there, so I think it was all adrenaline at this point. I wasn't out because you could see me trying to get my feet under me.
Yeah.
and the guy was, he's there to make sure I didn't fall, but I got my feet under me and I'm good to go right here. I'm jumping up and down.
Yeah. We can't hear the audio, but I know Ryan Phillips is saying, stand there. Don't try and walk, try to collect yourself. Don't disqualify yourself before you get that opportunity.
And this is the thing. If you get knocked
Yeah.
down, I think that's when they're going to be more weary of you, like wobbling. You can wobble if you don't get knocked down.
Totally.
A little bit.
The one thing I will say about this last strike is you have to give him, he pretty much hit it square on the button in terms of being a very fair blow, I think, on that one. It's probably as close as you can get, really. So,
everybody said we had the cleanest match out of the night.
Which is great. I mean, considering all the negativity around some of it right now and the fouling, that's great to see.
Right.
He's kind of nodding at you. There we go.
That was the buzzer, the first buzzer beater. I almost didn't make it 2 times,
Yeah. Like, did you know you were getting that close down?
Yeah, because you can hear the...
Well, then what are you waiting for?
I'm in the zone, man. I don't know. Obviously, I'm fully focused. I'm not, getting rocked. You're obviously rocked, but
when you hit him there, and
he's like wobbling a little bit right here still.
Yeah, totally. I mean, when you hit him there, did you know you connected good?
Oh yeah, when I practiced, because I figured out my hit in practice like midweek, because I was trying to do what he's doing at first.
Yeah.
And it was hurting my elbow. I was like, I can't do that. That'll hurt my elbow really bad. And so I changed it up to the strike I do now.
Yeah.
And I mean, I got power, so it worked.
Yeah. There we go. That second one, you seemed to eat even more, man. I mean, obviously it shook you a little bit, but you didn't step back. You ate it like a champ.
I looked at Ryan and was like,
that's funny.
He's literally the best coach.
Yeah.
Can't say enough good things about him. Like, you can see him in my corner being great. If he wasn't there, I would have been lost.
Yeah, like this shot here says a lot, man. Like, you can see exactly where the chalk is, and I think you got to give him credit for hitting you, hitting you fairly. So I think that's great to see.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing in the eye, I mean, little fingers on the neck, but nothing serious. I mean, your hand size.
He hit the perfect shot right on the button.
Yeah, boom. And I mean, you ate it, man. You're showing your chin, you're showing your strength and your ability to take it, which I think is going to play much more of a factor here going forward.
I really like, and a lot of other people, my friends and family, they're like, you didn't move a muscle when he swung. Like, there's no tensing up or nothing, so there's no chance of me flinching.
Yeah. Boom. So right on one, what was the tactic?
That was the tactic all week.
Yeah.
As soon as I figured that out too, like, because I was trying to do the wind up with, 3, and it just didn't work for me.
Yeah. Where did the confidence come from, man? Because I mean, you don't have a combat, background. So where do you get that self-belief from?
I just always have worked hard in everything, everything that I've done.
Yeah.
I try to go 100% normally,
Yeah. What's going through your mind here, man? You're super stern even after you won. Did it click in that you won, or are you still the adrenaline running?
It's still adrenaline. I was just like, this is the thing I want to do next time is like maybe like 80% focus and maybe like 20% having fun and being entertaining because, besides the yelling and stuff, I was just stone cold killer.
Well, you could play the Undertaker role, man. Just be stoic the entire time. That Undertaker is slap.
There you go.
Yeah.
Look, I'm just still staring him down too.
Totally.
I think I was more worried if he was okay at that point,
Yeah. At any point, did you know who was in the audience? Like, or were you just solely tunnel focused, couldn't see, couldn't hear, didn't bother about what was going around you?
I didn't see who was in the audience at all.
Okay. Looking back and seeing like Wahlberg, like Wahlberg, Max Crosby, Hezbollah, like looking back, like, was that a pretty cool moment for them seeing you?
Oh, I bet it was really cool. Like, especially my entrance, they were probably like, because it was the first match of the whole show. So I came out and they were like, oh gosh, this guy's a nutcase. Yeah.
Nice, man. Nice. So they're going to raise your hand.
It's a good entertaining match too.
Yeah. How much of this is pure heart versus, doing this for the money?
I mean, I really think that I could go far and eventually be a champion. So for me, it's not about the money. I just think that I can be a champion at this.
Hey man, there's nothing wrong with the money too. It's not a wrong
Yeah,
answer. Like
I
if it
agree.
helps you and it makes you a better man, and I'm all for it. So
Oh, yeah. But I
yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah,
in all reality, I mean, I'm training now. I'm taking it serious. This
yeah,
was,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
off the couch, not really training too much besides when I got to Vegas.
Totally, man, totally.
But now
You know,
we're all taking it very serious now at this point.
yeah. So what are you doing now for training?
I'm working with a high school friend of mine that's been doing physical training ever since, we were in school together. He's been training his own body and learning about it and teaching others now is he's teaching and runs a gym in his garage. It's
Okay, okay.
awesome.
So like strength training, like resistance training, stability, like what are you training?
Everything. Right now
Everything?
we're training I mean we're gonna work everything right now. It's kind
Yeah.
of like train a little bit of explosivity and a little bit
Okay.
of flexibility.
Cool. So like what is a typical training session? I know you trained before this. Like what did you do today?
Today was not too bad. There's a lot of push work. So we
Okay.
did I did a hooked up a band and was doing explosive like full swings
Mm-hmm.
with resistance. I did resistance neck training, wrist curls.
Nice, man. Nice,
Um,
nice, nice.
yeah, just a bunch of did some chest, explosive chest,
Yeah, yeah,
dumbbell
yeah.
presses.
Very cool, man. Very, very cool. If you want to actually take things to the next level, I'll give you a bit of a tip, okay? When you're doing pec flies, rotate your pinky up
Okay.
at the end. Because what it's going to allow you to do is get that extra contraction right here.
Yeah,
So
that's what
think
we're
of,
trying to work on is that right here is what he's
yeah.
trying
So
to
a lot of
remove.
people will go this way, look, and they'll go thumbs up.
Hmm.
You actually want to go pinkies up because it'll allow you to get a greater contraction across. I mean, even just hold your arm like this, you can feel your chest tighten even more coming in.
Hmm.
So that's my suggestion for you, buddy. All right.
I
So
mean,
think
I'm
of that.
definitely going to take your advice. You've been in the
Yeah,
gym.
buddy.
I'm
Yes,
definitely going to
sir.
take
Yes,
your
sir,
advice.
man. I'm 15-year veteran at this, buddy. I don't take it too lightly.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, think of that, man, and that I think that'll greatly help you too, man. And trust me, that's a great exercise. And make sure you work through the entire range because your chest is actually a full fan muscle. If you actually look at the way your chest is, it's an entire fan across, and so
Right.
you want to work all those muscle fibers. So make sure you're going up and in, middle, high, low. Like don't just focus even just on the singular because then you'll end up with an imbalance, which could potentially lead to injury. So make sure you're going through that entire range. Focus on the lengthening. Focus on the contraction. When
Hmm.
you're doing the movement. And so, I mean, if you get cables that adjust up and down, you can start in the bottom. Lighter weight, get heavier as you go up, kind of thing. Warm yourself up, but make sure you work all the way through the different planes all the time.
Nice. Thanks, man. Yeah, we're not really
Yeah,
doing heavy weights yet. I mean, a little few things here and there, like
yeah, yeah.
dumbbell lunges and stuff. I had a little bit of weight, but we're not doing anything super heavy because I can't
Cool.
really pack on a lot of weight. I got to fight at 170 and I'm walking around at 185.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nice, man. I don't want to put you on the spot, but I want to talk about it. I know Power Slap 2 is coming up. You can say whatever you want to say, but what can people expect from you coming up in the next event in May?
Yeah. So I accepted a match. I was originally supposed to fight Jewel,
Okay.
and some things happened. I'm not going to be the one to say anything.
Sure. Sure. All good,
But
man.
some things happened and things got switched around, and that's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
I'm not mad. But now I got to fight another friend, so they're just going to
Okay,
make
okay.
good buddies. I feel like.
So the rehearsals then. All right, all right. I gotcha. I gotcha. Hopefully Jewel Scott is in good health. Hopefully everything's okay on that side, and maybe you guys will get that opportunity in the future. You never know.
Well, I'm
So
sure. I'm sure we will. He's a good
yeah,
guy.
yeah. Awesome, man. Awesome. Just one last question for you. I really appreciate you taking some time out of your day, but where can people follow you, on social to see your journey as you continue, in slap fighting?
It's going to be Babyface Power Slap on Instagram, Anthony Blackburn on Facebook, and yeah, that's it for me.
Awesome, my man. Appreciate you, man. Much love.
Appreciate you.
Take care,
See
dude.
you, Corey.